Good morning, guys. Isn't it awesome that it's daylight at 6:30 a.m. If only it would be like this year round. But before I go, I'm gonna head into work. It's an off day from the gym, so I'll be able to get in there a little bit earlier, which is always nice. I'm gonna throw something in the crock pot, figured I'd share it with you guys. So I have got some onions, some green pepper, and some banana pepper. This is all we're gonna do. Throw it in here, like so. Then we got about 1.5 pounds of chicken. Just gonna season it up a little bit. Just pour in some chicken broth. And then we just set and forget. So I'll see you guys tonight.
You'll win somehow, so give up on the battle, baby. It's hard, I know.
So you guys know I'm always trying to show you new ways to cook your chicken, because all I ever hear is it just gets bland and boring after a while. And I agree, if you're cooking chicken the exact same way every single time, you're probably gonna get tired of it. But there's just so many different ways to cook it. Chicken is probably the most versatile food that there is. You can really do anything with it. So I'm gonna try to make a poverty-style chicken cordon bleu sandwich, just for you people out there that can't afford a full-on chicken cordon bleu, which is one of the best sandwiches out there. But really, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take my favorite cereal in the entire world, puffed wheat cereal. It gives you a ton of volume, but not a ton of flavor, so you are gonna wanna season it up with something, probably salt and I don't know, whatever else you like. And then here's another trick for you. So I'm gonna use a little bit of coconut oil, but if you don't wanna waste the fats, you can just cook it on the skillet with your 0-calorie non-cooking spray or whatever. Just realize that your chicken is not gonna cook all the way through. It's gonna burn before it cooks in the middle. So you're gonna have to just get the edges nice and crispy, and then you're gonna have to throw it in the oven to let it finish up. So that is where my chicken is at right now. I'm gonna pull it out here in about 15 minutes, show you guys what else we're doing, but it's really nice. So I decided to add a little bit of hummus to this. I know it's not the traditional cordon bleu. You guys probably aren't too surprised to hear that, but it sounds pretty good. So then we're just gonna add some ham on top, as well as one of these laughing cows, and then put it back in the oven just for a few minutes. So that is a pretty stacked sandwich, especially when you look at the numbers on it. And I'm gonna warn you that these poverty cheeses do not melt like real cheese, but I'm trying to help you guys out here, give you some different ideas. Nonetheless, it's gonna be pretty good. This poverty style breading here, you can see, is not the best option, but I'm just looking out for you here. It's a big sandwich and it's really good. It's not the best chicken cordon bleu you're ever gonna have. Actually, if you guys have a tropical smoothie around you, go there and get the chicken cordon bleu wrap. It is probably the best chicken cordon bleu I've ever had. But this will definitely get the job done in case you needed one more look. To put this workout in perspective, this is going to be a squat strength day, and I'm only working up to 315 pounds, whereas in the last phase, phase 2, I worked up to 325 pounds on a rep day. So it just goes to show the percentages are getting knocked way down in preparation for the peak week. So I'm just going to speed through this pretty quickly, show you all 4 sets on the screen right now. And if you notice, Brandon did make some slight updates to the program, so you can get the updated spreadsheet in the link in the description box. But one of the things that he added were some walkouts, and I've never done these, but I figured if a rapper can do it, it can't be that difficult. I can figure it out.
Now walk it out, 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 now west side walk it out, south side walk it out, east side walk it out, north side walk it out, walk it out like a usher. If you say real talk, I probably won't trust you. If you want to go to war, the gun's my pleasure.
One day I'll make it through one of these workout videos without any hip-hop references, but until then, all I was doing on these walkouts were bringing it out of the rack, taking 2 or 3 deep breaths and re-racking it. And the purpose for this is just to get used to the feel of that much weight on your back, so you're not completely shocked when you move into these heavier sessions, especially with these next 3 weeks being such lightweight. And if nothing else, I think that these will help mentally, specifically for someone like myself who's a head case both in and out of the gym, as we all know. So just so I don't get as psyched out when I feel a bunch of weight on my back. And then I moved into these front squats, which I was really pleased with. I was able to hit 8 reps, 3 sets at 225 pounds. So those are going well. And then the next day I moved into a bench rep day. Same story here, gonna move through it very quickly just because it's not very exciting to watch. I realize that. Just trying to stay focused, as I've talked about a lot in previous videos. Hit my cues, move the weight as quickly as I can. And after this, we just moved into some wide grip bench press, which I'm becoming a little bit more comfortable with. If in case you have missed this, I'm only going a little wider than my normal grip. So I'm definitely not going that much farther out, but I do feel a different type of stretch. And as Brandon has mentioned, as we get closer into the peaking weeks, he likes to keep things as close to the competition lift as possible, so we're not going to be straying that far away. And then I moved into the OHP, just finished up with some speed work, and I was able to add another 5 pounds from the last time I did these. So hopefully the OHP will improve here in the next few weeks, and that is going to be it for the workout of this video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Please give the video a like if you did. I'd really appreciate that, and I'll talk to all of you guys very soon.
Now walk it out, 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 now walk it out. You know how we get it up here.
So the quickest and easiest way to make chicken taste better is just to use some kind of sauce, and I've got a ton that I can recommend to you guys, but in the spirit of keeping this a little bit more macro friendly, I'm gonna try to create something myself. We all know those good creamy sauces, usually pretty high in fat and carbs, that's why they taste good, but I am gonna try to mix cream cheese as well as one of these yogurt dressings, and unfortunately my favorite Chipotle mango is no longer in the stores. I think that I recommended it to too many people, everyone went out and bought it, and now it is nowhere to be found. So you guys recommended that I try this. I think it's called cilantro avocado, and I'm gonna mix those two things together, and it should at least add a little bit more flavor. If you're prone to drying chicken out, this might be a good option for you, although if you just know how to grill, you would not have that problem. But hey, I can't do everything for you. So not liking avocado, I should have known that this would not be my favorite. It's not bad, but definitely has nothing on the Chipotle mango. Another obvious tip would just be to season your chicken. This is my favorite, and while you're out grilling, you might as well just throw some pineapples on the grill. So then you can just kind of add the sauce on there right before it's done cooking, let it heat up, and just top it with some Parmesan cheese. You can add this to everything, I promise you. If you're looking at this and thinking that looks kind of sketchy, almost like cottage cheese on top of chicken, I might agree with you. This probably would have been better as a dipping sauce, but I'm trying to get fancy for you guys, so I guess the only thing that really matters is how it tastes. Believe it or not, it's actually pretty good, and I wouldn't lie to you guys, I have nothing to lose here, but I'm not the biggest cream cheese fan, so that's probably the biggest drawback for me, but other than that, it's pretty tasty. Isn't YouTube time a beautiful thing? I left you guys this morning at 6:30 a.m. It's after 6:30 p.m. You would have had to wait 12 hours to see me again. And I know that nobody wants that. And there's nothing better in this world than coming home after a long, hard, gruesome day. I work in a cubicle, it's not that bad. But you walk in the door and you just smell your food that's already made. You go look at it, it looks amazing. So all I'm gonna have to do is shred it up with some forks, let it sit in the crock pot for a few more minutes, and I'm gonna get situated while I do that, and I'll be back with you guys. So I just took it out of the crock pot, and that is what you're gonna be left with. This is gonna make tonight's dinner as well as tomorrow's. All I'm gonna do is throw this on a sandwich really quick. And there you have it. So you know when you get to the end of a recipe, a lot of times people will be like, okay, well here's an optional step. Well, here is not one of those optional steps. You have to throw cheese on there. It's supposed to be like a chicken cheesesteak sandwich, so obviously you gotta throw it on there. Alright, so for all my working friends out there, it does not get much easier than this. We have a beautiful sandwich over here. Oh my gosh, that came out better than I expected. And then we got some boring old broccoli, but you guys know I always have some with my dinner. And we also have got the salad with a little bit more of that chicken in there. And that is going to be it. Your families will thank you. And that's going to conclude the video, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully it was somewhat value added. If not, I will never do it again. It's probably a lot, I'll probably do it again. But please like the video if you did enjoy it. I'd really appreciate that. That helps me out a lot. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video, and I'll talk to you guys next time.